Well, this video had been coming for quite some time, and I'm finally doing this video. The Ray 2009, one of my biggest supporters, requested to see all of the clocks in my collection. So I'm going to do a video showing that right now. And I'm going to start with this rare Ansonia clock. I know you may be wondering what's up with the face. Well, that's something I've been trying to figure out, so don't ask me. But here's the chime. And that's that clock. Over here is a regular cuckoo clock with a music box. This clock is sadly not working and needs cleaning like really badly, because apparently some animal made a nest in there and now it just won't work. As hilarious as that sounds, that's what happened. I have a video of this clock from when it was somewhat working, but it was still really sluggish. So yeah, that's right. Over here we have this regular cuckoo clock. This one doesn't have a music box. I also have a video on this as well. That's that one. This one's a Finney Walker alarm clock. It plays Oh What a Beautiful Morning from the play known as Oklahoma. This clock does not work, and it's missing most of the knobs. The only thing that does work is the music box, and I also have a video of this one as well. This is a Franz Hermel and Sons anniversary clock. It works perfectly and keeps great time. Over here we got just some Gilbert gingerbread or kitchen clock, whatever you want to call it. And I guess back here we got this Howard Miller clock that doesn't work. There's the face. Says Seth Thomas for some reason. I'm guessing that was replaced at one point or another. But here's the movement that goes with it. Yeah, it's not a very interesting one. And I guess back here we have this clock that I have no idea what it is. This Anno 1750. I think it's you raise the ball or the dial up every week or so, and that's how it works. Next I have my my Seth Thomas, or as the face says Waterbury. I'm guessing that face was also replaced at some point, but this clock, the chime works, but the time doesn't. And this glass is busted. And here I have this astrology clock that unfortunately does not work at the moment because the motor overheated. Here I got an Ansonia mantle clock. This one works just great. And here I have just this Korean clock that also works perfectly. Back here I got this Lux cuckoo clock. You just wind it up and that works great as well. And this is a clock that my grandma gave me. It's kind of some Chinese knockoff of like an old alarm clock where you just hit the button, and that also works really well. It's kind of dark in here, so I'm gonna have the light on. This is like a 3-sided battery clock. This is another Korean clock called the Centennial Parlor clock. Here we got the famous Ridgeway grandfather clock. We've seen several videos of this one. I don't know what's it's gonna chime on. I think it's just doing the half hour. Yep, that's right. Here's an Ingram 8-day. This one's kind of off. Mainly because this hand is so messed up. Here's a bunch of battery clocks over here. This is another clock given to me by my grandma. Doesn't work, missing knobs. This is a Telechron electric ship's bell. This clock is also not working. Here, I'm gonna try to see if it'll work for the chime. No, it doesn't work. I have an E.N. Welch Mansell clock. That's just a movement in the dial to the Ridgeway. Over here I have this, just this Korean clock. That's that. I have this little clock that's like, has my name on it. I made that when I was like very little. West clocks, alarm clock, this one works. Make it yourself, or make a clock. That hasn't worked in a long time. Decor 31 day. There's that. Down here I have a Howard Miller 610-202. Plays Winchester, Whittington, Westminster. It doesn't really work, so, and I can't get the door open right now, so just the chime, pretty much. I got a video of this, so you can go watch that. This is my Howard Miller New Yorker, sorry, grandfather clock. I think it's a little behind, so I'm just gonna go ahead and put it here. It's a really rattly clock. Over here we have a Seth Thomas Mansell clock. And then my Tradition triple chime Mansell clock. And then over here we got my my Bulova grandfather clock. And now we're gonna go into the man cave. And I'm gonna start from over here. This is a Seth Thomas banjo clock. Let me see. And that's that. Kinninger bracket clock. Hamilton bracket clock. Ansonia kitchen clock, another one. Elgin alarm clock. Unknown. Just some battery clock that actually has a moon dial, which is quite unusual. A little Mansell clock. Bulova clock with like a weather station. Another Bulova clock right here with the Westminster chime. And then over here I got a Howard Miller Samuel Watson triple chime. It would work, except the mainspring on the time side busted. So until I get a new mainspring, that will not work. It's a Seiko battery clock. Got from my great grandmother. This is my rare cuckoo clock. It's got the wind up instead of one that hangs on the wall. And these are just a bunch of clock books. Wiley clocks, Merritt's, and just another clock book. This is a Seth Thomas Westminster chime mantle clock. Trying to show off as many chimes as I possibly can. This is, I think it's a Jappy Furs, but I can't be certain. This clock would work, except there is no crutch or pendulum, so it can't run. This is just a Ridgeway bracket clock. You may have seen this video from a week ago I took, a long time ago. but yeah, as I said, the motor busted into it like literally a million pieces, and I have no idea how to put this together. I think it just may need a new movement, but it's gonna be a little bit of a challenge to find that. Here's some unknown mantle clock. I have no idea when this was like made or anything about it, but it works. Here is a Dutch Zen Ace wall clock. It runs for a week. Over here we got a New Haven carriage clock. These two are just battery clocks that don't really work, and I kind of want to get rid of. Here's a Gilbert mantle clock. It did work, but I lost the crutch piece, so yeah, that's kind of on me. But it does work just fine. I think it's a really nice one, and I guess this is broken or just not secure. This is a Ridgeway wall clock. As you know, the chime doesn't really work on this. And this is a Maldu Westminster chime wall clock. This is a really special one, I think, anyway. Here we have the Ansonia, the Tunis model, as said by the Ray 2009. Looked it up, but I couldn't find one with this exact face, so this might be rare somewhat. This is a French, I don't know what you call it, just the ones with the mercury pendulum. It doesn't have a brand, all I know is that it's made in France. Probably Jappy Furs. I'm not even sure if I'm saying that right, so. This is just a cuckoo clock that's for parts. It's a regular, and it literally cannot be fixed because it's bolted in. There's no screws. So, bad design there. This clock does not work either. Moving over here, I believe this one is also a Jappy Furs. And this clock was the first video ever featured, or the first clock ever featured on this channel. The chime works, but there is no pendulum, there is no crutch, and the suspension spring is bent. So I got to do a lot of stuff before I'm going to get this one running. This is a Seth Thomas mantle clock. It's kind of a standard one, but this one looks really nice, although it does sound a bit tinny, but it is worth it. And here's another gingerbread clock. This one doesn't stay going. It used to, but not anymore. Just think the crutch is probably really bent. There's its face. And here's this Aileron 31 day, made in Korea. It's kind of a cheaper one, so yeah, I don't expect that to be nice, I guess. Here's a Chinese mantle clock, or you can hang it up on the wall. But this is unbranded. I think it's just kind of just unbranded. And over here we got this the Seth Thomas round bend model. It runs for 30 hours. You can't see it, but the main springs are like really tiny. Anyway, I would call it the beehive clock, but that's a term for something else that Seth Thomas makes. This is an Atmos clock, really unusual, but runs on gravity. I don't know much about it, so I can't say a whole lot. And this is my Centurion 35-day wall clock. It's kind of in an inconvenient spot, so. But this is my collection, and thank you, the Ray 2009, for requesting this video. And if I get a new clock, I will make a sequel to this, or just in a few months. But thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.